All right, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my Minecraft server. Hardware and support brought to you by our sponsor, MC Pro Hosting. If you happen to be looking to host a Minecraft server of your own for your friends, feel free to check out the link in the description. You'll get 25% off your first month of server hosting through MC Pro Hosting. mcprohosting.com/CaptainSparklez. Feel free to check it out. Thanks to them. So it feels weird that after 10 years, I'm saying welcome to my Minecraft server. Like I didn't do that beforehand. It's been really cool so far. And this video, I wanted to go through and check out some of the builds that people have made because there's some awesome stuff in just survival mode. I'm so impressed at how quickly people have been able to do this and just like how extreme some of the builds are. Anyway, here at Spawn though, some of the mods put together some tunes that we can listen to. There are quite a few people on right now, so they're not going to play at full speed, most likely, but you can get the gist of what's going on. It's pretty dope. It just plays a little bit for me. It doesn't go through the whole thing. It's pretty, and then we come over here. I don't want them to overlap, but wait for it to end. I love how the heads are. You got don't hit the buttons right now. We're just getting some music. All right, guys, cool. I'm vanished right now. They don't see me. Nobody actually knows I'm on the server right now because I don't want people to be spamming the buttons so you can hear them. This one sounds most like it because TNT was like just straight up note block sounds. Whereas the others had like instrumental backing tracks, but TNT, that's exactly what it was right there. Nice. Okay, so first off, allow me to show you a couple of my builds. Look at me in survival mode, definitely having built that gigantic diamond block cube up there. Wow, it took a long time to mine all those diamonds, not as long as it would take to make a full netherite beacon. No, okay, so I was just trying to do this the other night, like a little one versus everybody else on the server PvP thing. Turns out I needed to refine the game type just a little bit more, and that my protection 10, unbreaking 10 armor is not durable enough, but it's definitely protective enough. So I'll be working on that. But hey, let me show you something that I built on stream the other day. It is called the Hall of Honor, and Bridget went ahead and hijacked the elevator and named it One Direction, just like on SM Perth. By the way, as we're climbing the water elevator here, if you are interested in being able to get on the server, rather than explaining it in every single video, I'm just going to be leaving the information in the description, so you can feel free to check that out for info. But anyway, I built the upper half. The cloud was built by the mods as I was building the upper half. Cloud looks pretty freaking cool. It's actually probably the highlight of the build. But we got a cool creeper window on each side. Actually, the way it was done is that I built half the thing, and then it was copied. So, yeah, Kiwi was nice enough to just do a little mirror duplicate, and then I swapped the things here. But basically, each week after it ends on Monday, hopefully, depending upon my schedule, I'll hop on, and then the top sub and bit givers of the last week, just like on SMP Earth, if you happen to catch that series over on Twitch or CaptainSparklez 2. I was doing it on there, but then I was like, you know what, it makes more sense to put it on my server now that that exists. So currently we have about a year's worth of availability before we need to actually add a second layer here. So at least we've got some runway for us. Then I got to figure out how to expand and add more real estate here, but it is what it is. So figured that maybe you'd be interested in seeing it. It's not the best build in the world, but it's mine. And just like when I was in art class in elementary school, people would say, how do you like my drawing? I'd be like, well, I like mine the best, but yours is also pretty darn good. And then when you're an adult, you realize that other people are far better than you at things, or you come to accept it more like it. So that's mostly it for the spawn stuff. There's also some cool shops kind of around the spawn area, and maybe eventually I'll get to them all, or I'll check them out on streams and stuff like that. But for now, there's one in particular that I want to check out. So just in case you didn't get that I was joking previously, I use creative mode to build the things that you just saw in spawn. But everything else you're going to see is all survival. This is just outside of spawn, and maybe you'll recognize it from that one series that's not to be named. Purge, MVP CaptainSparklez, second place, Sin HD. That's what I like to see. MVP right here, boys. That's what you're looking at. Protection 10 armor. That's how you become MVP. So this is the courthouse from that one series. The only problem with vanish mode is you don't exist for pressure plates, but that's okay. Thanks, chicken. Much appreciated. So look, guilty butts, guilty butts, guilty butts, and then we have to undo these, dude. Gotta undo them, and then obviously, once that's all done, if everyone says guilty, 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 and then if I was over there standing in the trial chamber, I would be yeeted down below. I can't actually interact. Sorry, there's going to be chickens in the... Don't have permission to build here. To override, use ignore claims. I'm sorry, Super Strike. I'm going to ignore claims right now because... Okay. There we go. I have the power. I can interact with buttons. So see, you'd be over here and you'd be like, meow. And then you would end up in there and your items would, be RIP. So we have a courthouse on the server for trials. Okay, now I guess I'm just going to, in order to get out of here, gonna just don't. Okay, that's not going to work very well, is it now? Should do this. It's just, bit of a maze navigating this whole thing. Here, more chickens. Okay. Pretty cool. Let's check out the next build. Before we go any further, I also want to say I don't know exactly everyone who's responsible for all the builds I'm going to see. So if you happen to build any of these, I just want to say I do appreciate you. Thanks for playing on the server, and you're pretty awesome. Anyway, so if you have played on the server, maybe you've seen some of these maps floating around in item frames, and it's actually not from like an Imager to Minecraft plugin like on SMP Earth. Someone actually built this, and we're here right now. It's perfectly centered so that when you initiate a map in the middle here, you get a CS logo map that looks like this. Look at this thing. It's right at the bottom right corner of the world, so I guess the southeast corner. And because there's a lot of people on right now, over 100, and it is one survival world, the server is actually performing very admirably given the circumstance. I don't think I'm going to get the entire thing to load because it's very big, but you can get a view of it. It's oriented this way, and that's pretty freaking cool. And not only that, they didn't just go and like build the flat plane. They also surrounded it with like fancy castle walls and stuff because obviously it wasn't enough just to have the logo in there. If I were going to build something on a logo, I just would have a big plane of blocks floating in the sky. But no, it's got to be a fancy castle wall. And we've also got Wizard Builders logo over here, another throwback. No, I don't believe that it's the actual wizards from that one series that are behind this build, but the font is very pretty. Definitely not a font I've ever been able to build myself in Minecraft. And then over here, there's another cool thing that I just figured we could show because, it was my birthday recently, but here it's always my birthday. Or if it's your birthday and you come here, it's also your birthday. So happy birthday to you. There are definitely some people watching this video whose birthday it is. So happy birthday. I hope you have a good one. And then, not only that, but over here, we also just, have an underground civilization beneath the map because why wouldn't you have that? Of course, just, a gigantic chest down here that I'm sure they used in order to fetch all the blocks that go towards the map. I didn't use any on the left. We can save mirror if we need more. Spicy. Well, Spicy was probably partially responsible for this. So thank you, Spicy. Look at all these chests. But they couldn't just have chests. They had to build it within a gigantic chest block. Oh my god. It's like some double-level sliding ladder library stuff going on right here. Gnarly. Okay, anyway, this is all survival mode. How wild. How crazy. It's survival. Okay, on to the next build. Next up, welcome everyone to New York, New York, built by the Avengers, I believe, formerly known as Spider Clan, or at least Stark Tower was. Yeah, again, survival mode. I don't get it either. Are you kidding me right now? Within like a couple weeks? Seriously? You just, take a quick little tour up here. It's like, I don't even know. This is so big, I don't even know how I would interact with it if I was in survival mode. They've got a floor directory. Pink is public, blue is private. Lobby, Young Row, Casakara, Oh, Kara has a floor here. It's cool. We got meeting and event rooms and stuff. And then apparently Ronan owns the penthouse. He gave me a tour the other day. I might just crash his penthouse right now, going all the way to the top. It's like it's going to take time for me in creative mode. Like it'd be quicker for me to just use a relative teleport to get up to the top of this absolute unit of a build. My God. I mean, shit, like, this must be some valuable real estate. Just imagine the price of the top couple floors, like in New York. New York's got some pretty high price per square foot. Like this has got to be a pretty valuable living space. I wonder how many netherite bricks this would be worth. Full netherite beacon, maybe? Is that valuable? But I guess, if you're the one who built it, then get a good deal on it. There we go. That's the top. Oh yeah, nice little roof deck. You got some fog down there, dude. It's hard to see. Not enough skyscrapers. New York's still being developed for us to get a view of all of them. Yeah, that's Stark Tower. And then there's a few more things as well, including my son. I'm just trying to figure out what direction my son is in. I believe so. Oh yeah. Also, you just have one of the things over there. I forget the name of the plane from the Avengers, but that's just parked right there. It's my son. Oh my God, it's so cute. Now the only thing I'm not sure of, Baby Yoda, does my son have an earring? Here, let me help. Now he's really balling. Okay, he lost one of those earrings. I just figured I'd add the other one over there. Hopefully he doesn't only have one earring and I've just like totally ruined the build. And then there's a statue of Kara right there, which I think has a smooth brain inside of it. But that's my son. I guess my son lives in New York. He's so far away. It's so hard to live without him. What can I say? He's a movie star, all right, living in New York in the Big Apple. I get it. Just doesn't want to be next to his pop. And then this is a beautiful modern house, the likes of which I'd like to be able to build, but am not good enough to do so. Hello, my mellows. House of Modernness. Definitely not Googled. Okay, I can't even build this well off of a reference image, though I don't think that this pool is up to code. That seems kind of dangerous for the guests getting plunged off the roof, even if there is another pool below. But very pretty. Just my style. I like modern houses. So that's New York, everybody. There, you get a full view of everything. This is the place to stand. Look at that, Stark Tower. I don't have Optifine, or I would zoom in and see the Stark. Okay, on to the next one. Before I started recording here, I was going through a list of coordinates for points of interest on the server. Thanks, Bridget, for compiling that, by the way. And this one was called Cool Tree Base. So I teleported here, and all I could see was a tree because the chunks were being a little bit slow to load. And I was like, it's a nice tree. I couldn't build a tree that looks like this, but, it's not much to look at. And then, slowly the chunks start to load, and I start to see this ring of stone bricks. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's cool. It's a tree at the center of this courtyard here. That's pretty nifty. And then I walk over and I'm like, oh, it goes down. Now I see why it's called Cool Tree Base. That is cool. I'm inclined to agree. And then we can go into the tree over here and descend, and it's just quicker to pop on out here and fall into the water. Yeah, survival mode. I don't get it, man. I don't know how people are doing this sort of stuff. It's kind of crazy. Just, man. And then there's a whole spirally staircase. It doesn't go all the way up to the top, and also all these rooms off to the side aren't fully developed, but I do look forward to seeing what one person, I don't know how many people worked on this thing. I'd be amazed if it was a single person, not kind of a group of people, but yeah, anyway, if you were responsible for this, you're pretty wild. What you got here, dude? So, it's probably kind of my fault if any of these librarians don't have good trades. Okay, you got some decent trades over here, because so when I was trying to do that event that I was showing you with the diamond box the other night, it was like it got a little bit laggy as 150 people were trying to duke it out in one spot, and so one of the admin folks, MC Pro hosting people who helps out, tried to help out using a stop lag command. Turns out, apparently, the stop lag command removes entities from the server, so a bunch of the villagers got Thanos snapped. About half of them, actually. It was a Thanos snap, so that's why there's now a sign at spawn that says, remember. So, whoops. Sorry about that, but it looks like maybe you didn't lose your villagers, or you were able to get some back. So yeah, I apologize. I really do. That was not an intended thing to have happen. And I appreciate you all for bearing with the little hiccups that take place every now and again here on the server. Despite that, though, it seems like people are surviving and thriving. Definitely thriving here. So anyway, dude, imagine they could like rent out apartments, just like Stark Tower could rent out apartments or offer them for sale. But anyway, dude, it's gnarly. So let's check out one final build, which, again, this one I'm super impressed with. Let's go to it. This one might just top the list so far of absolute insanity. And I know who built this one. It was Unforgiven. And you're like, I mean, it's cool, I guess. It's got some portals and it's got a big nether wart farm down there. Oh, but just wait. Just you wait and see as we go over the edge. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? What is this? What in the world? See, the reason why I find this so impressive is because when it comes to a sphere, this was not world edited in by a mod. This was built in survival. And to get this large of a sphere, perfectly symmetrical from all sides, and every block is angled to each other. So you have to like make sure you break every block after you put the block in that you're going to put the angled block on. You have to break that and ensure that you don't get confused with them. And just, I don't know. This is beyond me. I'm just like, what, are you serious? What? And then you can go inside because it's not just the sphere. Like there's a base, and that's a thing that exists. So just we can go down the water elevator, and then it's multiple levels. I guess this one hasn't been built out yet, but each level has just different glass on it, and you can exit out there. And I'm sure there's more to come in here. And then I guess this one's kind of the tree farm level. So that's kind of cool, right? And then it just keeps going down. Just a little bit more out here. I guess this one's maybe going to be the farm level at some point. Once the wait, what? How are they just? How did he? Yeah, just just a full diamond drowned there, chilling. Wither skeleton chilling. Enderman in a minecart. Just some mobs, over there, hanging out. We'll just keep going down because I think it looks like he's kind of developing it from the ground up. So then we have this, which is just a very pretty farming area. I bet there's a decent amount of yield, and I don't know if there is an auto farm using the water that will cascade down or if it's manually farmed, but that sheep looks like it might trample some crops. Oh, but then, don't worry, it don't send me up. It keeps going down even further, where it becomes underwater. And then there's that, and then it just keeps going down a little further to where you got this, just the bottom level. Yep, yeah, and it's a little bit of storage that I don't understand. I don't understand how somebody built this, and you just get some more dug out, and yeah, this is a build. This is a survival build, no big deal. Just glad to be here and be a part of it with my logo and spirit. So Unforgiven is a monster, as we can see here, and that's gonna wrap it up for this first iteration of a server tour. Obviously there's much more to see on the server, but I just thought we'd hit you with some of the really cool notable ones so far, and we'll keep doing these as time goes by and check out new things that people build and stuff. And also how I'm discouraged and don't really want to build anything ever again because I'll just be put to shame. So that's that. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Again, server info is all in the description if you want to check that out, so I don't have to keep going through a long spiel in each video. Thanks again to MC Pro Hosting for making this whole server possible, sponsoring it, and link in the description if you want to try to snag a server of your own from them. And make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist if you want to catch more videos. I'll make one for this server. And also trying to figure out what to do about 1.16 with the Nether, because obviously you need to reload chunks or load new chunks, but people have built things in the Nether, so I don't know the best way to address it, if it's to expand the world so that new loaded chunks can be 1.16. We're just going to have to figure it out, But I do want to have like netherite armor and stuff like that to work towards, and maybe the server as a whole can work towards the full netherite beacon. It'd be pretty gnarly. I think it'd be doable with the amount of people we've got on here. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.